Should you lie to your children? Hey there! Today, let's dive into a fascinating topic: lying to kids. Have you ever wondered if telling a little white lie to your child could actually be harmless? Like, say, stories about Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy. Well, let's unpack this topic together and see where it takes us. Why do parents lie to their kids? Let's be real, sometimes parents lie not to deceive, but simply because it's convenient. Picture this: you're exhausted, and your child keeps nagging for a toy. So, you blurt out, "The toy store is closed." Sound familiar? Other times, parents want to avoid difficult conversations, like explaining death, love, or where babies come from. And then there are moments when a little fib is used to manage behavior. If you don't behave, I'm leaving you here. Of course, no parent actually means that. Often, it's stress from a child's behavior that pushes parents to lie. But while these little fibs might seem harmless, overdoing it can have some unintended consequences. Are harmless lies really harmless? Now, let's talk about the exceptions, like stories of Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy. I bet you've told your kids these stories at some point, haven't you? According to research, these kinds of pretend stories can actually help children develop creativity, problem-solving skills, and even motor skills. But here's the catch: if you use these stories to manipulate your child, like saying, "Santa won't bring gifts if you're bad," it could make them feel scared instead of joyful. When should you lie? When should you not? This is a tough one, right? But here's a little trick: before you tell a lie, ask yourself a few questions. Is this lie helping my child in the long run, or just solving a short-term issue? Will this lie confuse my child or create unrealistic expectations about people? Am I lying for my child's benefit or just for my own convenience? Can my child understand the truth instead? Sometimes, a child's age plays a big role. For example, if your toddler shows you their messy drawing, you don't need to critique it like an art professor. But if your child is old enough to understand, you might want to give them more honest feedback. What happens when parents lie too much? If you think small lies won't hurt, think again. Studies show that children who grow up with parents who frequently lie are more likely to lie themselves as they grow older. Not only that, but these children may also struggle to trust others. And let's face it, that's the last thing any parent wants, right? But here's some nuance: not all lies have the same impact. Saying, "We're out of candy," might not harm a child as much as threatening to abandon them in public. So, it's all about choosing your words wisely. How to be more honest with your kids. Okay, here comes the fun part: how can we, as parents, build honesty while still keeping things manageable? Here are some tips. 1. Consider your child's age. If your child is old enough to spot your fibs, it's probably time to start being honest. Kids can sense dishonesty, and it may make them question why their parents aren't truthful. 2. Strike the right balance. Sometimes, kids don't need to know the whole truth, but they also don't need a sugar-coated lie. For instance, when it comes to violent news or family issues like divorce, try to explain things gently but truthfully. Saying, "Mom/Dad is going on a trip" might seem easier, but it's not the best approach. Instead, share the truth in a way they can process. 3. Model honest behavior. The best way to teach honesty is to show it. Kids learn by watching you. And when they see you being truthful, even in tough situations, they're more likely to follow suit. Plus, this helps them build communication skills and resilience for life's challenges. Final thoughts: parenting is no easy job. Let's face it, raising kids is one of the most challenging yet rewarding journeys out there. There's no one-size-fits-all rulebook. So, trust your instincts and know your child well. Whether you choose honesty or the occasional, harmless fib, as long as your decisions are made with your child's best interests at heart, you're already doing a great job. What about you? Have you ever had to lie to your child? Share your stories. I'd love to hear them.